All right, Jerry, we know that you were the star of Entourage, man. So you probably get this oftentimes more than not. So what's that like walking down the street, man? And how many times do people come up to you and just quote lines from the show or just yell out like, "Hey, Turtle"? I know you get that a lot, or do you?
Well, listen, it still does exist. Obviously, years ago when the show was kind of on the air in its height, I mean, yeah, it would happen a lot. There was a nice kind of fun transition when I started working on Power, and Power was like obviously this behemoth of a show. Everybody watched Power, so it really would almost depend on what street. Like I'd walk down one street and I'd have guys more my age being like Turtle. And then I kind of walk down another street and it's more like 18, 21-year-old kids like Proctor. And they had no idea who each other were. Like they didn't know that I was the same guy or those two characters existed in the same kind of universe. So it is fun to look back. And I actually even saw that video, not to bring up like Malice in the Palace or anything, but everyone always thought that the dude that Ron Artest kind of went after was Turtle because he's like has the hat and the jersey. So my Twitter timeline blows up every November 19th thinking that was me, and it was not. But it's fun to look back.
That's actually the funniest nugget we've gotten today next to Jen and Jerry's.
Yes.
Okay, so then let's go here, Jerry. Obviously, Turtle had a longer run with Entourage, a terrific show, award-winning, all that good stuff. Proctor met an unsightly ending. But why did you enjoy Turtle? Why did you enjoy Proctor? Is there a ranking in the two?
Great question. It's a really great question. With Turtle, obviously, the ranking is it was my first really big kind of part and the first time I actually was consistently employed and was able to tell my mom I got like my own health insurance and stuff. So there's some sentimental value with Turtle, and I love that character. But, Proctor for me was the first chance I got to play like a grown-up, putting on suits, being in the courtroom. And I always kind of favored drama. Power was this fun 1-hour drama. Entourage was a 30-minute comedy. It's close. I'll give a slight edge to Turtle only because it was the first, it was the thing that kind of put me on. Yeah. But Proctor was just a dream role for me. I had an unbelievable time on that show.
Yeah, Jerry, you had great roles in Power and also Entourage. Well, let's focus on Entourage, man. And so many great episodes, and it ran for so many seasons. Is there a favorite scene from Entourage that always is embedded and sticks in your mind and you're just like at home and you start laughing because you're thinking of that scene?
There's a lot, we did almost 100 episodes. So there are a lot of those moments, but the one kind of on-screen moment that not only will I always hear about, but will always just stick in my mind is the episode we had Tom Brady on where, my character obviously was a Giants fan as well, and I got to pull up to Brady and say some choice words that I will not repeat on the airwaves right now. But I got to pull up to him and kind of haze him a little bit and say some choice words that I think a lot of Giant fans would have loved the opportunity to say. So that one always stands out for me, and people most want to talk about that one a lot of the time.
Jerry, knowing that this is a family show,
I'm sure.
Thank you for not saying that line.
Yes, I know. Yes, I absolutely wouldn't do that to you guys at 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, we've got to do a start, sit, cut with you based on Entourage, but I still want to spin it because I will be honest, I am more your fan from Power as opposed to Entourage. So I'm curious, what was your favorite scene from Power?
So it's another tough one, right? But I love all the courtroom stuff, and that stuff's a lot of fun for me and is a pretty big challenge. But I really love the scene where Proctor's wearing the wire, but then kind of holds up the napkin to tell Ghost, like, I'm wearing a wire, like still being loyal and trying to get him through. And then the Ghost character kind of tries to throw me over the balcony. And that's where I really knew too. I'm like, Omari Hardwick is a strong dude, used to play football. And, I really kind of felt the power. I'm like, I don't like that. I don't do that. That's not that's not my character. But that stuff stands out for me too. And a lot of the courtroom scenes were a lot of fun.
Listen, you were acting your butt off. Not that you need me to tell you that, Jerry, but
Yeah.
Power, I just loved Power. I was so in on Power.
Yeah.
Okay, start, sit, cut. And of course, this is love. And we know that you probably love all of these actors and all of their characters. But start, sit, cut. You got Kevin Conley, who we know is an Islanders fan, Adrian Grenier, or Kevin Dillon, your castmates from Entourage. I don't know if it would be easier if we named them by their cast characters as opposed to their real names.
Well, let's see. Start, sit, cut. So you're right. It is all love. These guys are family. But I'm also going to look at it, we're talking sports. I'm going to look at it in a sports athletic competition format, okay? So right out of the gate,
Okay.
I love Adrian Grenier, who played Vince. He's getting cut. He is not that athletic, does not enjoy playing sports. He's just cut. A lot of other great things from him, but he's cut. The tough choice now between the two Kevins. I'm going to start Kevin Connolly, who played E. I'm going to start him, even though he's an Islander fan. I'm going to start him,
Okay.
and then I'm going to bring Kevin Dillon, a.k.a. Johnny Drama, off the bench for some high energy. We need a perfect six-man role for Kevin Dillon.
Okay, I like
Hey,
the way you
Kevin
did that. I
Dillon
can really see you getting into your Tibbs head coaching bag. I love it.
Do your job.
Do your job.
Do your job. Do your job.
Wow, you guys are twins.